See, here yesterday we discussed about some rules. We study some rules for the SI unit. These rules we have to follow. We should have to follow these rules while writing the units of SI, any physical quantity. So, what is the first rule? First rule is unit of every physical quantity should be represented by its symbol. So, we have to use the symbol for unit of every physical quantity while writing the symbol. Like instead of kilogram, we know kilogram is the unit of mass, but don't write the full word kilogram. Use kg as the symbol of kilogram. Use small m as the symbol of meter. Instead of degree Celsius, use symbol Celsius C. Degree Kelvin, use the symbol K. Second, use symbol S there. The second rule is full name of unit always start with a smaller letter even if the name is after a person. What is the second rule? Second rule says that always write the full name of unit. Start that full name of unit with a small letter even though that is the name of any person. जरी एखाद्या व्यक्तीचं नाव जरी युनिट असेल तरी त्याचं पहिलं लेटर स्मॉलच लिहायचं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल हियर आय राईट एम्पियर. Here I use small a letter while starting the ampere, though the ampere is name of scientist. In English literature, we have to write the capital A for ampere. But here, if we write the full name of unit, then we should start with a small letter. Like Kelvin, Newton, all these we start with a small letter here. Okay. Then the third rule says that symbol for unit do not take plural form. Always use singular form of the symbol. Means if 20 Newton is there, then according to the plural, 20 is the plural number, then we have to write 20 Newtons. But here it is not correct. While writing the unit, we have to use the symbol in singular form. That is, though it is 20, but it is Newton. Singular symbol is there. Next notice symbol for unit do not contain any full stop at the end of letter. So here we do not put any full stop after the symbol. Means if we use capital N for Newton, then don't put the symbol. Only just write N, kg, joule, J. Okay. The next rule is the unit of physical quantities in numerator or denominator should be written as a ratio. If in any physical quantity, like velocity, the unit of velocity is meter per second. So it is in the ratio of meter and second. So if some quantities are there in numerator, some in denominator, so we have to write that unit in the form of ratio there. Then sixth rule is use of combination of unit and quantity is avoided. So here, if any physical quantity is the product of any physical quantity, then while writing the unit of such a quantity, avoid the combination of unit and quantity. Write unit for both quantities. Here I take one example there. Work is equal to force into displacement. So here while writing the unit of force into displacement, we write Newton meter. Okay. Now a prefix symbol is used before unit. Prefix symbol means here I take the example milli, micro, nano, pico. These are the prefix symbol. 1 milli means 10 raised to minus 3. So instead of 10 raised to minus 3, we use the prefix milli there. Instead of 10 raised to minus 6, we use the prefix micro there. 8 number rule is that space or hyphen must be introduced while indicating multiplication of two units. If we write the 2 unit, then we use the multiplication there, because multiplication we have to use the space or hyphen for indicating the multiplication of 2 units. So here are the 8 rules, 8 conventions which we have to use while writing the unit of that quantity, any physical quantity, whether that quantity is fundamental quantity or derived quantity or supplementary unit, we have to follow this rule. Now see, I told you SI unit, that is the International System of the Units, correct? So in International System of the Units, what are the if the question is asked like that, we have to explain the international system of D units. That in that SI unit, in the topic, we explain fundamental unit, derived unit, supplementary unit, because these are the part of SI unit. The rules while writing the SI unit is also we include it in that topic. What is the measurement of large distance? So here in that topic, measurement of length, we continue the next topic, which is measurement of large distance. So if you have to measure the large distance, then how we can measure it? That distance we cannot measure directly. Here we have to study the measurement of large distance. So listen carefully, try to understand this point, because next example we have to solve some numericals on this topic also. So measurement of large distance. So see what I told you, what I teach you, listen it carefully. Large distance, such as the distance of a planet or star from the earth. Large distance means what? It is the distance between planet and earth or star and earth. Cannot be measured directly with a meter scale. So a parallax method is used for it. So here to measure the large distances which we cannot measure directly, a parallax method is used to measure this distance. So here our next point is what is the parallax method and how we use it to measure the large distance, that is the distance between two planets or the distance between planet and earth or any star and earth. So let's see what is the parallax method and how we can use it to measure the large distance. See, let us do a simple experiment to understand what is parallax. So before going to study the parallax method, let us see what is the parallax there. Let us do one experiment. Do that experiment here. While I explain you, मी जेव्हा तुम्हाला शिकवतोय त्याच वेळेस तो एक्सपेरिमेंट करून बघा, तुम्हाला parallax म्हणजे काय ते व्यवस्थित समजेल. So see, first to study the parallax method, we have to first understand what is meant by parallax. So see, to study what is parallax, hold your hand in front of you. Do the process what I told you. Do this. Hold your hand in front of you. Hold the palm of your hand in front of you. तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर तुमचा हात आणा. हाताचा जो तळ हात आहे तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर धरा. Hold it and look at it with your left eye closed. First, close your one eye and observe the hand. Can you understand what I told you? Hold your hand in front of you, close your one eye and observe the hand. So just hold your hand in front of you, close your left eye and observe the hand with your right eye. Okay, done? Then what you have to do? You have to just close your right eye now and open left. Just try to open, close left and right eyes one after another. Okay, just feel it what happened. Okay, do it. Simple process is there. You have to hold your hand in front of your eyes and just close and open your one eye. So if you close left eye, then after some time close your right eye, open your left eye and observe what happened there. So you will find that your hand appears to move against the background. Is it correct? Na? Your hands appears to move. You feel that your hand is moving. Means your hand change the position. Okay, but tell me, really your hand change its position? Is it true? No, it is not true. It is due to the illusion of your eyes. So here, why you observe that your hand is moving against the background? This effect is called parallax. So the effect which is observed to your eye, that is called parallax. अजूनही ज्यांना नाही आलं त्यांना सिंपल मराठीमध्ये सांगतो. तुमचा हात तुमच्या डोळ्यासमोर पकडायचा आणि पहिल्यांदा डावा डोळा बंद करायचा, उजव्या डोळ्याने बघायचं, नंतर उजवा डोळा बंद करायचा, अल्टरनेट एक चालू बंद करायचा. तुम्हाला तुमचा हात इकडे तिकडे शिफ्ट होताना मूव्ह होताना दिसेल. ऍक्च्युली तर हात मूव्ह होत नाही. दिस शिफ्टिंग ऑफ हँड is called the parallax there. So that is the parallax. So parallax is defined as. So what is the definition of parallax? Parallax is defined as. See what is the definition. Parallax is defined as. Now apply the definition on your experiment. Is it correct or not? Parallax is defined as the apparent change in position of an object due to change in the position in the position of an observer. So can you apply this definition on your experiment? The experiment which you have done here, hand is the object, and can the observer it changes here? Yes, eye is the observer which is shifted from left to right. Hand is the object and eye is the observer. Okay, so here due to the change in observer, the apparent change in position of an object, apparent means temporary, it is not real. The change in position of object is not real, it is apparent change in position of an object due to change in the position of observer, that is called parallax there. So by measuring the parallax angle and knowing the distance between the eyes E1 and E2 as shown in figure, we can determine the distance of the object from us. So see, what is the parallax here? I told you. See here, what we have to, how we use the parallax method. See here, suppose 1 and 2, these are the two eyes. Here is E1 and E2. So here the distance between E1 and E2, that is the distance between your two eyes. Okay, now this is the position of your hand. Now when we observe through left hand, you draw a line in the direction of eye and hand, and here from another eye we draw a line. Now the angle between these two distance, we measure this as a theta, and we call that angle as a parallax angle. So if we measure the parallax angle here, and by measuring the distance between these two objects, we can measure the distance between object OP there. So distance of object from the observer, that is the distance here. We measure OP by using the formula which is related to arc, angle and radius, that is distance OP is equal to E1 E2 upon theta. So by using this formula, we can measure the distance OP here, and this is the parallax method. So here we use the parallax method here to measure the distance between eye and object there, hand means hand there. Now as the distance of planet, here now we have to use this parallax method to measure the distance of planet. So what is the distance E1 E2? See, E1 E2 is the distance between two eyes, and P is the OP. OP is the distance between observer and object. So if we know these values there, then we get the distance OP. Now we use this parallax method for the measurement of the distance between planet and Earth. Now see here, as the distance of planet from the Earth are very large. We know the distance between planet and Earth is very large. We cannot use two eyes method, correct? Hand is close to our eyes, so we measure the method of two eyes there. But here, as the planet is at very large distance, we cannot use the method of two eyes there. So instead of two eyes, in order to make simultaneous observation of an astronomical object, we select two distance points on the Earth. So what is the first difference? See, closer object असतील, क्लोज ऑब्जेक्टला ऑब्झर्व करण्यासाठी आपण जे यूज केलं ते टू आईज यूज केले. बट प्लॅनेट इज ॲट व्हेरी लार्ज डिस्टन्स अँड ड्यू टू दॅट लार्ज डिस्टन्स वी कॅनॉट यूज द टू आय मेथड. सो व्हॉट वी यूज हियर instead of two eyes we use the two different locations of the Earth. काय करणार आपण टू आईज यूज करण्यापेक्षा we use the two different locations on the Earth. Correct? Understand? So how we take the two different locations? See, here consider the two different locations on the Earth. So here suppose here Earth is there, so we have to consider two different locations on the Earth. Suppose here I take two different locations on the Earth, okay, and consider 2 points, positions A and B on the surface of the Earth separated by straight line at a distance B. So here what I do, I take the two positions on the Earth surface, and the distance between two positions on the Earth surface is B. So first position A and second is B. See, Earth surface वरचे दोन कोणतेही लोकेशन आपण घेतले. Suppose we take one location, that is A. At A, my house is there. One location, I observe a planet from my house. And B, suppose same planet is observed you from your house. So two different locations are there. One location A is at my house and B is at yours. Okay, so these are the two different locations. So if we have to measure the distance of planet, then it is very large. So we have to take the 2 points on the Earth, two positions on the Earth. The distance between two positions is B. Now two observers at these 2 points observe a distant planet S simultaneously. Now what? See, now we have to observe this planet B. So here, from two different locations, we observe the same planet but simultaneously. At one time, we observe this same planet from the two different locations of the Earth. A आणि B या अर्थ वरच्या दोन वेगवेगळ्या लोकेशन वरून एकच प्लॅनेट आपण ऑब्झर्व केला. Understand? Now here, if I join the center of the Earth and the planet, then it should be OP there. So OP is the distance between Earth and planet. But here what we do? We observe the same planet simultaneously from two different locations of the Earth, and we know the distance between two different locations of the Earth. Now we measure the angle. Here we measure, suppose this is the planet. Now if we measure the angle APB. So here if that angle between the two directions along with the planet is viewed at these 2 points. So here the angle between two directions which here the observers observed while observing the planet, and the angle between these two is theta, and we measure the angle and use the symbol theta, and we call this angle as a parallax angle. So what is the parallax angle? This is the angle between the two directions along which the planet is viewed at two different points. So it is the parallax angle. See what I told you, what I teach you. See, A is the any one location on the earth. Suppose A is the person which view that planet from Jalgaon. B is the person which is view same planet from Bhusawal. So one person view the planet from Jalgaon, one person view the planet from Bhusawal at the same time, and they mark their directions. And we measure the angle between these two because both are observing the same planet. So we can measure the angle between the direction viewed by these two, and that angle is called parallax angle. Here I call that angle is a parallax angle. So as the planet is far away, that is the distance of the planet from the earth is very large in comparison to B. So see, AB is the distance between two positions, OP is the distance of planet from earth. So here obviously OP is very greater than B. Correct? The distance of planet from the earth is very larger than the distance between any two locations on the earth from which we view that planet. Here the distance between we observe, see in our example, आपण जे एक्झाम्पल घेतलंय त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय म्हटलं, ए जळगाव मध्ये बी भुसावळ मध्ये किती डिस्टन्स आलं दोघांमधला, हार्डली 30 किलोमीटर. बट as we compare the distance, this distance with the distance of planet and earth, then it is very smaller than that. So OP is very larger than B. इसी planet आणि earth यांच्यामधलं distance जे B पेक्षा खूप मोठं असेल, and therefore theta is very small. See, as OP is large, AB is small. So as AB is very smaller than OP, this theta is very small there, and we can thus consider as theta is small. See what I write here, as theta is small. So if theta is small, then AB is considered as an arc. As theta is very small, so we consider AB as an arc. Theta हा खूप स्मॉल असल्यामुळे आपण AB ला एक arc consider करतो. So see here, AB is what? AB is arc, means AB, length of AB is length of arc. Okay, if this one is arc there, then here AP or here PB is the radius of arc. See, radius of curvature, this AB is arc, this is radius, and this is the angle. Then we know the relation between radius of length of arc, radius and angle. Then from that we get here capital D. Capital D is the distance between planet and earth, that is AP is equal to B upon theta. What is B? B is the length of arc. Theta is what? Angle. And AP is what? Radius. So by using this, see, by using the parallax method, see, if the distance between planet and sun is equal to D, so I call that distance AP as a D. Then the formula for distance is what? Distance D is equal to D upon theta there, and here we get the distance between planet and earth by using this relation, and that is called the parallax method. यालाच काय म्हणताय? Parallax method असं म्हणता येईल, where B is the distance between any two locations on the earth. So D is equal to B upon theta. So let's see again. D is what? Small d is the distance between earth and planet. So I write E and P. B is what? B is the distance between two locations of earth. Earth वरच्या कोणत्याही दोन पॉइंट मधलं distance. This distance we can measure it easily. So B we can measure, theta we can measure. So if we know theta and B, then we can find out the distance. What is the theta? Theta is called parallax angle. By using this method, we can measure the distance between any planet from Earth, any star from Earth. So Sun is the star which is the closest to Earth. The next closest star is at a distance of 4.29 light years. So see, the closer star to the Earth is Sun there. After Sun, the next star is is at a distance of 4.29 light years. Light year is the unit of distance there. The parallax measured from two most distant points on the Earth for star will be too small to be measured, and for this purpose we measure the parallax between two farthest points, that is 2 AU apart there along the orbit of the Earth around the Sun. So here we can use this method to measure the distance between planet and Earth and star. So to measure the distant object, we can follow this method here. Now this is the distance between Earth and planet. But by using the same method, we can measure the size of planet also. So here next I take measurement of the size of planet. So by using parallax method, we can measure the size of planet or a star. So here by using parallax method, we now study how we measure the distance. Now we have to measure the size of planet by using this parallax method. See, if you understand how we measure the distance between planet and Earth, then you can understand the method for measuring the size. What is the change here? Only the change is that, see, now here we have to measure the size of the planet. Okay. So suppose this one is the planet. So we have to measure the size of this planet. Then size means what? We can measure the size of planet by measuring the diameter. So here this D is the diameter of the planet. So if D is the diameter of the planet, then the angle subtended by it at any single point on the Earth. So see, from the Earth surface, so here we have to measure this size. Now here we observe a planet from single point from the Earth. Now to measure the distance, we observe the planet from 2 points from the Earth. Now to get the angular size, we have to observe the planet from 1 point. Angular size माहिती करण्यासाठी we observe the planet from a single point of the Earth. Earth वरचा एकच point आपण काढणार and here we get the angular diameter of the planet. Now let alpha be the angle between the two directions when two diametrically opposite points of the planet are viewed through telescope. So here what we do? Here we observe, see, this is the one point of the Earth. So we observe these two diametrical opposite points of the planet from the Earth and we measure the angle between these two directions, which we view the two diametrically opposite points of the planet from the Earth and we measure that angle, and if that angle is alpha, then what? Here, as the distance, if we know the distance between planet and Earth, so capital D is the distance between planet and Earth, then from this we can find out alpha is equal to small d upon capital. So here small d is equal to angle into capital D. Here is small d is the angular size, that is the angular diameter of the planet, and by using this technique we can measure the diameter or size of the planet. Just you remember here the change is what? Here we observe the 2 points of the planet from a single point on the Earth. Here single point on the Earth and we observe 2 points of the planet. Small d is the diameter of the planet, capital D is the distance of planet and Earth, and alpha is the angle between two directions. So this is the way by which we measure the size of the planet there. Now third one, measurement of, now see here, next topic, measurement. Small topic is there, only we covered it in 1 minute, so I take it. Measurement of very small distance. So here we talk about the larger distance. Then what about measurement of small distance? So see here. So here when we intend to measure the size of the atom and molecules, the conventional apparatus like to measure the smaller distance which we cannot measure accurately by using scale. जे डिस्टन्स आपण स्केलच्या सहाय्याने मोजू शकत नाही ते डिस्टन्स मेजर करण्यासाठी पहिल्यांदा आपण यूज करतो वर्नियर कॅलिपर. दिस इज द इंस्ट्रुमेंट विच वी यूज. देन मायक्रोमीटर, स्क्रू गेज, सगळे इंस्ट्रुमेंट तुम्हाला प्रॅक्टिकल मध्ये स्टडी करायला मिळणार. सो आय जस्ट गेव यू द नेम हियर, not giving you the total idea or total explanation because this topic we covered in the practical and not included in your syllabus also. So therefore, to measure the small distance, we use vernier caliper, micrometer, screw gauge, then electron microscope is there. Microscope, we can also use microscope there to measure the small distance, then traveling microscope. So these are the apparatus which we use to measure the small distance there. So this is about the measurement of length there. Here we get the direct method to measure the larger distance, that is distance between two planets, size of planet, and how we measure the smaller distance. All we discuss today here, and today I stop here. बाकीचे जे पॉइंट आहेत ते आपण उद्या